A live look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. It's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you think about the history of college football, you have got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Yellow Jackets headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Wake Forest's offense to go on the attack first. And out for the first time in this one is Carlos Hernandez. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And he fires over the middle.
Got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes the maestro of this offense. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Keeps it himself. The option, he'll keep it. Quick toss. He's past the marker. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Pulls it. Here's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Right back to the well. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Maddox. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Maybe some room here. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the option. Now the pitch. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Got some green grass. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Motion from the back. Looking for the edge. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on second down. Trying to get the corner. Pulls it on the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Lopez. Caught in the backfield, it's Wiggins. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's
Changing the routes with his receivers. Pulls it. He'll toss it. Got enough for the first down. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll send the back in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Maddox. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Breaks into the open. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it, throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the grab. It's Wiggins. Could not make his way to the corner.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Extending the play. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On the option. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Back to throw, it's Grimes. Release to the back. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lopez, play action. Moving to his left, trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lopez to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Lopez wants to fire. Keeping his eyes downfield. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking for the edge. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Flush to the left. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Tight end now in motion. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Long way to go on second down. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Trying to get the corner. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Grimes. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Trying to take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Lopez. Here comes the heat. Got a wide open receiver. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Timeout, Wake Forest.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. The field goal is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 5 team, the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the Wolfpack on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Atlanta. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, And he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Keeps it himself. Doing it himself again. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The keeper on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got him on the RPO. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Pulls it. The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. On the option. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky 1st half. Running inside, it's Wiggins.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Making his first move. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking downfield, it's Grimes. Out wide right, it's Powell. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. 2nd and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking for the edge. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. The defense takes matters into its own hands. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
14, Wake Forest, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Gain of 8. It's now 3rd and 2.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Grimes. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Running to the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Lopez fires to the big fella. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Quick give, it's Maddox. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 10.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Trying to get the corner. Keeps it on the option. Looking for a crease. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Grimes. Buys time to his left. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker in this defense. Tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Keeps it himself. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Sends it back in motion. He leaves it with the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
They punted away on 4th down. Looking for room. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Lopez to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
From the gun, third down, Gio Lopez. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment on the play. Gets the back moving. They'll ride him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Got the tight end outside. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's made. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Pulls it. The give. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The Demon Deacons use their 2nd timeout. They'll have one left. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Wake calls the timeout, and they have no more to use. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Rides to the back. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On the option. The offense coughs it up. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch, and the returner is stopped. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Had to force that one.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
He's going to take off. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Fourth down, Lopez. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock,